From Parliament to the Senate, Mombasa Governor Ali Hassan Joho has told Senate Public Accounts Committee that former key cities like Mombasa and Kisumu should be given conditional grants as they have been neglected, yet they are main sources of revenue. This after the report by the Auditor General showed that in the financial year 2014-2015, Mombasa County had an outstanding bill of 2.2 billion shillings and a fine of 68 million shillings imposed by the Kenya Revenue Authority. Joho claimed the issues with IFMIS has led to delay of payments and pending of bills, as well as meager resources from the national government.
Of assets and liabilities. We had felt, when I came in as pioneer governor, I felt that Transition Authority ought to have done a lot more work than what it did. So this really is a conversation we continue to have. It's a big challenge. We haven't resolved because, for example, we have issues, very basic issues like bank accounts that the municipality, the now defunct municipality, held, that we are unable to access as a county government. We have no legal instruments that would support us to have access to that, to those accounts.
The owner of Patel Farm, Perry Kasgar, has been allowed by an official court to travel out of the country for 1 week. Manasuk, who is facing 48 counts of manslaughter, will fly to India between the 9th and 15th of August to attend a case in the High Court in New Delhi over the custody of his son. Despite the prosecution terming him as a flight risk, Naivasha Principal Magistrate Joseph Karanja directed that the multi-millionaire gets back his passport. Through his lawyer Evans Monari, Manasuk had applied to the court to be permitted to travel out of the court's jurisdiction, noting that failure to do so would see him lose his son. The State Counsel Mwende Kavindu, however, opposed the decision to allow Manasuk to travel out of the country, terming him as a flight risk as Kenya and India did not have an extradition treaty.
It must be taken into account and remembered that the charges facing the accused persons are very grave and the case is of huge public interest. The fact that the condition may be seen as onerous and even costly is a small price to pay in the circumstances for the accused persons to secure their liberty pending and during trial. Had the first accused intended to abscond, indeed he would have done so at the time, whether or not the case and subsequent orders in Delhi were genuine. So he's been allowed to travel out of the court's jurisdiction at this time should not so much hinge on the verification of the documents from in Delhi. I therefore find it unnecessary to delve into the arguments on extradition. The first accused, as has been noted, has demonstrated a sufficient level of trustworthiness